Hello, we're going to cover the Cisco StealthWatch Cloud Partner Portal. The portal has the following features that we are going to review in the demo. How to view active customers, how to view endpoint counts. You can see alert totals and alert details by a customer. You can view sensor health by a customer, and you can also request new customers directly via the portal. Let's go ahead and hop into the portal and we'll cover these different items that we just talked about. So I'm going to log into the Cisco Partner Portal. And this portal doesn't have a whole lot of active customers in it. You can see there's just two customers. And this is the default screen you're going to get when you log into the tool. So you can see that we have the Cisco-demo customer and one called observable staging. And so what you can see on this screen is our several months of history for endpoint count, which again is useful for partners because that way often you're billed by how many active endpoints you have. And so you can see per customer the endpoints. And you can also see the total, and then down here is broken out per customer too. If you want to see just the history for a particular customer, you could click on, for example, Cisco Demo, and now you're going to see the history of this particular customer, where at one point it was down to 600, and with a peak up here, it's somewhere around 1,800 different endpoints. So this is a default screen. It's going to come up. It's called the health screen, and it shows summary endpoint counts. So you can go back to all customers here by clicking this button. Next, we're going to view the actual alerts, which is the most important part. So if you click the alerts tab, you'll see it only showing one open alert, 0 closed. And that's because we're only looking at the last few days of data. So I'm going to go back and click on 1.1 and click the filter button. And so now what you're getting is a view of the last month and a half or so of alerts. So we have 9 open, 7 closed. Again, this is all customers. You can drill down to a customer, and you'll see just this customer's data of how many open or closed there's been. 6 open, 7 closed. Some that were not published, and some that were not snoozed. So if a customer had snoozed an alert, you would notice that too. In this screen, you can get down to a couple other views I think are interesting. One is you can see the type of alerts. So this is, again, summarizing the different alerts we've had for this period of time by the different types. And so if you mouse over these blocks right here, you're going to see that we had 6 new connection alerts, 2 excessive access attempts alerts, 2 geographical and unusual remote access alerts, and so on and so forth. This can be useful for putting together kind of a summary report of the different alerts that you've seen for a period of activity that you may want to dig into or show the customer. The details is going to show you just that. You can see the alert IDs. You'll see the names again, when they were created, when they're updated. Updated basically means, if there's a continue to be activity with that alert definition, they'll be updated. So for example, this alert was created on the 9th, but it was updated on the 14th, which is yesterday, because we continue to see this excessive access attempt activity happening for this endpoint. You also see if it's been closed, and merit means basically when it was closed, if someone said it was helpful or not. And so if it's never been closed, you probably will have none here. If it's been closed, they have the option saying helpful or not helpful. Then of course, if it was snoozed or not. So you can sort by these as well. If I want to sort by the date created or updated, you can see here that 108 was when this one was created, and then it was updated lastly on 113. If you want to actually go into the alert details, you can click on the alert ID. And if you click that button, what you're going to be going to is now going out of the partner portal, the partner portal to the actual customer portal. And so now I'm going directly to the alert where I can do things like assign to individuals. I can create a tag. These are ones I've created manually, and I can assign these to this particular alert type, reopen it, etc. So what we did was we hopped out of the partner portal and went directly into the actual customer specific portal. Which you can do by just clicking into these alert IDs. Totals is a similar kind of view as you saw earlier, where it just has the different types of alerts that we have. So this is all the different alerts that are built into the software, as well as counts of how many we've seen for each type. So you can see here, new external connection, which was our top one, was 6. And then lastly, this is the individual alerts. This is kind of a mirror of what it would look like on the actual customer portal. So if I click this button again, I'm going to go back to the customer portal. If I go back to just the alert summary page, you'll see these look very similar. You're going to see the actual alert summary for this portal. So that's all that final view does. We're going to go back here. That was under individual alerts. So I think the thing to know is that while you can view alerts here and you can do some reporting off them, the majority of the alert actual changes, closing, opening, assigned individuals must be done through the actual individual portals. And so we dug into one portal. You can see all customers here. You can get a combined view of all your customers if you chose to do that as well. All right, so that's how you kind of dig into alerts. We talked about health, which was the endpoint count. Let's talk about sensors. And so especially it's important for MSPs is that they have an idea or they have an understanding of the health of the various sensors deployed. And so what you're seeing here is a mix of some Amazon, some Google, and some premise sensors. And so what's important is that these boxes are green if they're supposed to be green. You can see here we have one sensor that is in this yellow state, and that means that it's no longer actively sending data to the demo site. This we happen to know is one of my test sensors, and it's okay for this particular Cisco demo environment. But if you're an MSP and you had maybe one or two sensors for a customer, you definitely want to keep an eye on these. Alerts also fire off when the sensors go offline. So you can see all your sensors in a combined view on this page. Site usage is really just a way to track people's usage of the actual portals. So you can see day in and day out how many different logins have happened. And so Cisco demo is attached to Cisco dCloud, and so this always will have a lot of logins from various users of Cisco. You can see where observable staging is 0 because it doesn't really get very many logins. Less useful for MSPs, but it is data that we have visible in the portal. That's really just a matter of tracking the actual usage of the individual portal sites. Last thing we're going to cover is how to add a new customer. So it's important if you have a prospect and you want to add them to this, you do not have to go through the cisco.com Go Stealth Watch page. You can actually just add customers directly through your partner portal. You put in their name, their subdomain, which is actually like the portal name you'd want for them, the time zone of the customer, the administrator name and email address. This will most likely stay the partner's name and email. It is the actual name or the account that gets configured when the portal is created, and this account becomes the site administrator. Click the I have read and accept terms of service, click submit, and this generates a request into the StealthWatch Cloud back office team to go ahead and create a new portal. The new portal, upon creation, will now show up in your health page. Click leave here, and so you'll see the new name you just added in this list of customers here. So it's a nice way of adding customers seamlessly into your portal directly.